Hi again, everyone. In our last tutorial, we created a landing page web header graphic that you see here. This time we're going to create a narrow or short header graphic. And that's going to be a little bit closer to the things that you see here. Okay, so something sort of like this. So we're first going to create our template. So remember, we're going to create a short header. So we want a template of this image so we get the exact right size of the image. And we're going to hit Command Control Shift 3 all at the same time. Command Control Shift 3. It's going to take that clipboard image into the clipboard, and we can open GIMP. And we'll create in GIMP, we'll create a new document from the clipboard. And there's our short header, and that's what we want for our template. Okay, so we're going to take our crop tool, going just like that, and click in the middle or on any corner. Make sure that the whole document is getting cropped. And then we're going to zoom in just to make sure we got everything on the edges. And it looks like we could have gone just a little bit lower on that edge right there. So let's go and get our crop tool one more time. Right there, and crop. Now, we need to think through, remember our steps. Created the template, we just did that. We've already located images, I have those. We're going to think through our layout. So for this layout, I thought it would be nice if we had just 3 simple images spaced out. Now, to get images spaced out, you can use something called rulers. So I'm going to add some rulers in. You get the guide rulers, the guides, by clicking in the ruler and dragging, just like that. You can move the layers or guides with the move tool, like that. Now I'm going to pause the video and set up my template, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I set up a template with guides. You can see I put in the guides, these vertical guides, and I also put in some horizontal guides. And those are to help us get this right size for our images. Now, on the guides, let's get back in here. You can, in the View menu, you can choose to snap to guides. And if you don't want to see the guides, you can turn the Show Guides off, and they'll go away. We'll turn them back on for now, and we'll leave Snap to Guides set. Now, I want to pull in my images. And notice I have a horizontal landscape orientation for each of these 3 sections. So I probably want to find landscape oriented images like this. Click and drag that one in, convert, and notice it's really big, so we're going to scale that image. Probably do a few scales and make sure that your scale lock is set, and then just scale down. Say scale, and then I'm going to move and get that. It looks like I need to scale a little bit more. and scale. Maybe just a little bit more. Okay, so we're getting there. So I've got just a little bit more scaling to do. And that's about as far as I can take my scale without it getting outside of the region that I've set up. So say scale. And now I want to do a little trick and create curved edges. And actually I want to crop out the excess. So I'm going to take my crop tool. I'm going to follow those guides and click in the middle. Oh, no, look, I did not select crop current layer only, so it cropped the whole document. So I'm going to undo that. And I'm going to set that crop again, and this time crop the current layer only. I'm going to turn snap guides off and move this guy right there. Okay, now in this old layer, I'm going to throw in some white. Get rid of it. And then I'm going to move my layer over just a little bit. Not that layer. I want to move the layer above this layer. Okay, I'm going to repeat this process for these other two images and come right back. Okay, so now I have all three of my images scaled and cropped appropriately. And we have a lot of flexibility here to do some different things. Remember that in this example, here we rounded the corners. I want to show you how to do that real quick on one of the images. You could do it on all of them. You would take the rectangle select tool. You would round the corners. And let's really make it obvious. We'll round them at 25. Find the layer. Move that over. Find the layer that you want to round. Outline the rounded area. We'll zoom in to make sure that we haven't missed anything. Looks pretty good. I try to do that rounding one more time. Start right there. And we'll go right there. Now, we want to clip out the corners. So what's selected right now is the inside. We want to select the outside. So we say select, invert, and then we will cut. And that will round our corners. We'll zoom back out. You'll notice now you have rounded corners around this first image. Okay, I'm going to go on ahead and repeat that process for these two images and be right back. Okay, so I've got my rounded corners on all of my images. Let's turn our guides off. Okay, and that's what my image looks like. It looks like I need to center things up just a little bit. I could link all of these three images together. choose my move tool and center those guys just a little bit. Okay. Now I could add a layer and have sort of a faint gray outline in here, or I could simply merge these three layers together and create one image that way. Or I could maybe make a watermark effect where I drop the opacity of each layer by 50%. Okay, and then I could take this header graphic. All I need to do is add some text. So I could add some text features. So I have my text going in white right now. Let's put that in black. And let's use the styling tool to make this a little bit bigger. And we'll move that text into place. Maybe we'll want it in the middle. We'll put it on the outside. Okay, now we're going to save our header graphic as a GIMP file. So this is a short header. And we're going to export it as a JPEG or a PNG. We'll export it at 100%. And now we can take this header graphic into our web page. So we're going to replace this image with our short header graphic image. And say OK and save. And now we have our header graphic with a text feature. We can adjust our text. I'm going to change the type of font for Family Portfolio to be a little bit more fancy on my title slide. And make it bigger. That looks pretty good. And that's about it. We have our original header graphic. We have a text feature, and I've shown you how to change the site title font. That's it for now. Hope you have fun making header graphics.